5 things this week. Week ending July 5, 2020. First thing. Leicester Lockdown. People in Leicester, UK, and its outlying areas, have been asked to follow stricter lockdown restrictions for at least 2 weeks, and non-essential shops have been asked to close. This means the city's bars, restaurants and hairdressers will not open on July 4 as planned, and shops that were allowed to open on the 15th of June had to close again. The changes also apply to parts of Leicestershire close to the city's boundaries. Leicestershire County Council and Public Health England are working on the detail of this. All schools in the area identified will be asked to close for most pupils and will not reopen until next term. The changes will require new legislation to be drafted before they can be implemented. This action comes after CCP virus cases surged due to mass gatherings protesting under the Black Lives Matter banner. Second thing. Wholesale bans. Bans across social media sites including Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook and Reddit continued this week, unabated. The vast majority of these bans target right-leaning opinions and in particular pro-Trump organizations and commentators. This is election meddling by corporations, a fact that has not gone unnoticed by the White House. It is widely anticipated that action will be taken against these organizations, possibly using antitrust legislation, to curtail their anti-democratic actions. Third thing. BLM Backlash. Now that the Marxist ideology of the Black Lives Matter organization has been widely publicized, many celebrities and previously vociferous supporters are gingerly retreating. The aims of the organization, to end capitalism, abolish the police and end white supremacy, imperialism, and the patriarchy, as well as disrupt the nuclear family. Patrice Colors, one of the founders, stated that they are trained Marxists, and one even ranted in a video, since deleted, about killing white people. The agenda of Black Lives Matter is not to end racism, it is nothing less than the destruction of the Western democratic systems and the rise of a black power tyranny. The call to defund the police is in order to remove the barrier to violent revolution. Fourth thing. Chop Liberated. Chaz Chop, whatever the F it was called, is no more. On Wednesday, a day after the protesters marched on Mayor Jenny Durkan's house. Mayor Jenny Durkan declared the gathering unlawful assembly after 2 fatal shootings. There were at least 4 shootings in the zone, which left a 16-year-old and 19-year-old dead in separate incidents. Officers retook their East Precinct station house, which police had abandoned last month following clashes with protesters. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, in a press briefing, celebrated Seattle's dismantling of the Chaz Chop, saying the city has been liberated from the anarchists. We are pleased to report law and order has prevailed and Seattle has been liberated from the anarchists, McEnany said, calling CHOP, a zone declared police-free by protesters, a failed 4-week Democrat experiment. The press secretary said that the Black House Autonomous Zone BHAZ, which tried to organize across from the White House, was swiftly dismantled, adding that over 300 people had been arrested for rioting and destruction of federal property, and there were over 200 domestic terrorism investigations. Fifth thing. Ghislaine Maxwell arrest. British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, an ex-girlfriend of convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, has been charged in the U.S. after being arrested by the FBI. She is accused of assisting Epstein's abuse of minors by helping to recruit and groom victims known to be underage. After being arrested in New Hampshire, she was brought to court and remanded in custody, for transfer to New York. Ms. Maxwell, 58, has previously denied any involvement in or knowledge of Epstein's alleged sexual misconduct. Epstein died in prison on 10 August as he awaited, without the chance of bail, his trial on sex trafficking charges. He was arrested last year in New York following allegations that he was running a network of underage girls, some as young as 14, for sex. His death was determined, by the authorities, to be suicide. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, to be notified of new content.